Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10 in memoriam, thousands come together in Barron County to honor 2 of its fallen police officers. Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Haugen. The 2 fallen Barron County officers were honored by thousands today with a memorial service in Cameron. Chetek Police Officer Emily Breitenbach and Village of Cameron Police Officer Hunter Scheel were killed last Saturday in a shootout during a traffic stop. Loved ones, family members, and preachers spoke at the service. Scheel was 23. He was just a year into his law enforcement career. He was one of only 3 full-time officers in the Village of Cameron. His loved ones remember his love of hunting and love of family.
Looking at the overflowing amount of support and love from everyone here, I know he's smiling. He's smiling and he's proud. He's proud to not only have had Emily's back, but know that all of you have his as well.
Breitenbach was a 5-year veteran of the Chetek Police Department. She was 32. Breitenbach's loved ones reflected on her dedication to the job, sense of humor, and compassion with the community.
Today we honor our sister. We know it hurts, and we know it hurts deep. Emily would want us to stay strong and honor her by completing our mission.
Members of law enforcement from across the country and Wisconsin officials attended the ceremony. Both officers were recognized for their courage and heroism. The service wrapped up with a procession Saturday afternoon. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers ordered all flags to be at half-staff in honor of the fallen officers. In a statement released by the governor's office, Evers said in part, quote, "Their tragic and senseless deaths are an incredible loss and a testament to the danger first responders face every day in the line of duty to keep our communities safe," unquote. The fire at Fort McCoy's north border is now extinguished. In a news release, Fort McCoy representatives said nearly 3,000 acres on Fort McCoy were burned and 109 acres in Monroe and Jackson counties were impacted during the fire that started April 12th. The fort thanked those who helped contain the fire and thanked the community for its support. McCoy also said the cause of the fire is still unknown, though there was a prescribed burn on McCoy's impact area on the day the fire began. The Vernon County Fire Association said in a release today that the burn ban is still in effect. Military and intelligence experts are still assessing the fallout from a major leak of Pentagon secrets. Jack Teixeira was charged Friday in U.S. District Court in Boston. Authorities say the Massachusetts Air Guardsman posted the materials in a private chat on Discord, a social media site popular with gamers. Teixeira's arrest by heavily armed federal agents outside his mother's home Thursday followed a security breach that exposed U.S. assessments on Russia's war in Ukraine and other tightly held secrets.
This is not just about taking home documents. That is, of course, itself illegal, but this is about the transmission, both the unlawful retention and the transmission of the documents.
He is accused of unauthorized removal and retention of classified and national defense information that was posted on social media. Teixeira is still behind bars. His detention hearing is set for Wednesday.
All right, we have a lot of advisories to talk about at this hour, so let's go ahead and hit the maps, shall we? First of all, latest river information. As of last hour, the Mississippi River in La Crosse is sitting at 10.81 feet. Keep in mind, minor flood stage is 12 feet. Major flood stage is at 15.5 feet. It is projected to crest at 15.1 feet, or I should say go to 15.1 feet, not so much crest, by the 22nd, so we'll keep an eye on that. You can see on the advisory map the Mississippi River across pretty much the entire Cooley region is under a flood warning. You see over towards the Eau Claire area, Pepin County area, you have a flood warning as well, and then the Wisconsin River over towards Juneau and Adams County again under a flood warning as well. Now all these advisories from the National Weather Service, it's until further notice. But we're going to keep the rain chances in the forecast for the next several days. By Monday, we'll see a 60%. Tuesday, we'll go to 20%. Then we'll keep the rain chances in the forecast throughout the next several days. In terms of the highs, hey, we were at 70 in La Crosse, 63 Winona, 61 Red Wing, 66 in Eau Claire, 80s towards Volk Field, mid-70s towards Boscobel. And we're cooling off. We're seeing temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Now, coming up in the first one forecast, we'll see highs in the 40s tomorrow. But Emily, we're going to see our high in the early morning hours. Temperatures will fall throughout the day. We've got a winter storm watch, a winter weather advisory, and snow in the forecast. So I know you're a big fan of the 80s and even that 90 the other day, but we can stay so long to those for a little bit.
Lots keeping you busy, huh?
Yes.
All right, thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Also today, Democratic group Courage for America hosted a Back Off Our Benefits event over in Red Cloud Park. The conference was called on Representative Derek Van Orden to not cut health care programs. That includes Social Security, Medicare, and benefits for veterans. One leader says this is an issue that affects everyone.
We've had different speakers come in from, the regions that we're visiting and come in and tell us their stories. These are real Americans dealing with real issues and facing real consequences if the default crisis happens.
This is the tour's last district stop. Courage for America will hold a press conference in Washington, D.C. on Monday. Lending a hand to the women of La Crosse. The Women's Fund of Greater La Crosse kicked off its 25th year with its annual Spring Fling. This event helps support female-owned businesses and local organizations to help out women and girls. The event was also a fundraiser. Attendees were encouraged to bring feminine hygiene products. The executive director says these donations help women everywhere.
An organization like us, Women's Fund, ensures that dollars are going toward programs that are designed to help women build sustainability, self-sufficiency, and to build equality.
And if you missed today's fundraiser and would like to help out, you can also give online. We'll post the link on our website. That's news8000.com. And also in La Crosse, honoring a Grand Master in martial arts. The students of the Three Rivers Martial Arts Academy paid tribute to one of their own today. Students showed off their techniques and taught the public about martial arts, and they also paid tribute to Grand Master Larry Klon, who died in 2021. According to co-owner Pamela Mim, Klon's legacy has left a lasting impression.
He was good at many, many things, and he was a very caring, generous man. So he really got to know people and was not just an instructor. He was a friend to many people.
Three Rivers Martial Arts will also host a women's self-defense class in June and July. So if you're interested, you can learn more on their website, and we'll post that link for you on news8000.com. Coming up on News 8, Neighborly Love. La Crescent's annual Neighbors Day is bringing a community into action and paying it forward. That's coming up later. But first, 10 years later, a Boston Marathon runner reflects on the explosion that shook up her world. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Spring into savings and refresh your home at Ashley with up to 30% off designer picks, where we have a selection of items created by our elite team just for you. Plus, special financing options for every budget, only at Ashley.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
Ubrelvy helps you fight migraine attacks. You put it all on the line. You do it all. So you bring Ubrelvy. It can quickly stop migraine in its tracks within 2 hours without worrying if it's too late or where you are.
Unlike older medicines, Ubrelvy is a pill that directly blocks a protein believed to be a cause of migraine. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Most common side effects were nausea and tiredness.
Migraine pain relief starts with you. Learn how AbbVie can help you save. Ask about Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
Spring into savings and refresh your home at Ashley with up to 30% off designer picks, where we have a selection of items created by our elite team just for you. Plus, special financing options for every budget, only at Ashley.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
April 15th marks 10 years since two radicalized brothers launched a terror attack at the finish line of the Boston Marathon, bombings that killed 3 people and injured hundreds. For the survivors, it's a time to reflect on their journey of recovery and how the nation changed that day. Jordan Jagalinzer reports from Boston.
Megan Zippin heard the first explosion as her foot hit the finish line.
When the second one happened, that's when my brain kind of dropped into this space of, like, this is not normal.
Her first thought was for 2 friends at the Boston Marathon to cheer her on. Both suffered life-threatening injuries.
oh my God, the girls. I knew they were in the sidewalk. I knew they were in the smoke, but I couldn't see them.
How has it been dealing with that over the years?
It has been what I describe as a beast. For the first couple years, it really was a lot of guilt that they were there for me.
Along with the guilt came panic attacks, anxiety, and flashbacks.
When the sidewalk blows up that you're walking on, it's hard to walk on the sidewalk and think that it's not going to blow up again.
That day, Richard Serino was on the job. As Boston's former EMS chief, he helped design the widely praised emergency response and shares the lessons learned.
The most important lessons are to take care of the survivors with their mental health, to make sure first responders are taking care of the EMTs, the paramedics. Certainly, it felt like it tore a part of the city away, but the way people have come back and helped heal the city, I think the city is stronger.
And Zippin has gotten stronger, managing her PTSD through therapy and yoga and writing a book of poetry, but mostly through her 3 young boys.
One day I will tell them that they are the magic that helps turn their mama around.
She says the trauma will always be part of her, but that she's learned to experience joy in ways she never imagined. Jordan Jagelinzer, CBS News, Boston.
Megan Zippin wrote a book about her experience in healing. Her book, First Light, was released today. And coming up on News 8, the river is rising, and so is the flood risk. We'll take a look at how Minnesota towns are preparing after the break.
And in the world of weather, we are now seeing some rain, even some thunderstorm activity pushing its way through the Coulee region. We'll talk about that in the First Alert forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
It's the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go. We're going to make you laugh. And the biggest stars in country music, they all come by here.
Really? Yeah. Shut up.
Join me, Bobby Bones, every weekday morning starting at 6 on Kicks 106.3.
Spring has sprung, the grass has riz. I wonder where the furniture is. At King Furniture, of course.
During our spring clearance event, save an additional 10% off our already low prices. Plus, take advantage of 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, dining rooms, and more. With our huge selection of in-stock furniture, low price guarantee, and free delivery, why shop anywhere else?
It's the King Furniture Spring Clearance Sale.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
The UWL Planetarium presents Album Encounters, a multimedia light and laser show set to rock music. Friday nights at 8 p.m. Public programs Saturday at 1, featuring sky phenomena during April. Mark your calendars for the annual Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center, featuring over 100 vendors.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
There are too many options.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you. Who are you? I'm your fairy hotel mother.
What is happening?
Let me help you pick a hotel you feel good about. Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos. Ooh, spacious. Or a Cambria Hotel downtown for just the two of you. Hold my wand, don't wave it at anything. Get the best price by booking direct at choicehotels.com.
Yeah!
What did I say?
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine, and cheese. Meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening. We are just the family sitting around the table.
Best answer ever!
We're always fun.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Hastings, Minnesota, just south of the Twin Cities, is one of the many towns bracing for flooding this spring. Friday morning, Governor Tim Walz joined state and local lawmakers to get an update on flood preparations. John Lauritsen shows us how communities are preparing.
use the river, have the parks.
Standing along the Mississippi, Governor Walz talked about the rising river.
We're going to have some pretty severe flooding in different parts of Minnesota, more than likely. Hope is not a plan. A plan is to be prepared.
Hastings has been down this road before. A marker by the river shows which years flooding hit hardest.
Some of the worst flooding on our trail system is right behind the pavilion.
City leaders say they aren't concerned about downtown Hastings because that's all elevated, but they are worried about a number of homes located along the Mississippi River, especially on the east side of town. And the Vermilion River could also become a factor. As of Friday, city leaders were expecting the Mississippi to crest at 18.5 feet on April 20th. But that could easily change.
We're preparing for this. It's spring. We understand water in Minnesota. I think the biggest and first thing is we need to keep people safe. We need to do the best we can to protect personal and public property.
Governor Walz urged people not to drive around road closed signs when flooding begins. He's expected to sign off on $40 million in emergency aid to help cities should they need it. Hastings has 25,000 sandbags ready to go, but people living near the river are hoping it doesn't come to that.
I'm not too worried about it since there's not really a whole lot of snow left, but I know it's supposed to snow this weekend, so who knows.
And Governor Walz did say the National Guard could potentially be called upon to help towns in northern Minnesota, particularly Oslo. Their military vehicles could be needed to evacuate people if the Red River up there gets too high. Well, I know we are at a bit of a flood risk down here too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about it, Eric.
Well, you got the flood warnings out, like we mentioned earlier, but now we do have that snow in the forecast.
Adds some confusion.
And just to think, a few days ago, we were in the 80s. So even 90s. So yeah, quite the change coming up this weekend. We'll see temperatures going into the 40s and 50s. So let's go ahead at the maps. Winter storm watch is in effect starting tomorrow evening and goes until Monday morning for the counties shaded in blue. The exceptions, that is Wabasha, Fillmore, Winneshiek, and Allamakee County. You guys are under a winter weather advisory. So a few inches of snow, not out of the question. Wind gusts could be as high as 35 to 45 miles per hour. This is the winter weather advisory. Again, this is for Wabasha, Fillmore, Winneshiek, and Allamakee County. This goes from Sunday afternoon until Monday morning, 1 to 3 inches of snow, not out of the question. Some places could see gusts as high as 50 miles per hour. Here's a look at the radar scan right now, and I want to go ahead and draw your attention to our southern zones. We'll go ahead and zoom the map in over towards portions of Crawford, Richland, and Vernon County. Not only are we seeing some rain and heavy rain, but I want to draw your attention to this right here because we are seeing some lightning being picked up with this system as well. As we take a look here at the past several hours, you can see how it's just really starting to get its act together across the area, and this is going to push its way up and over into the Coulee region as we go into the next several hours. So let's go ahead and widen out the perspective and take a look here at the home view, and you can see that moisture just starting to push its way into the Coulee region. I'll step off the screen real quick, just kind of get a perspective as to what's going on. You can see Prairie du Chien on your map, on the southern part of your map, I should say, over towards Madison. We'll go ahead and move the map up a little bit because, again, you can see that heavy line of thunderstorms pushing its way up and over. So that's something we'll keep an eye on as we go into the next several hours to come. You can see by midnight it continues to push its way through the Coulee region. Same story for a 2 o'clock hour. We'll see our high tomorrow in the early morning hours. Temperatures will fall throughout the day. Then we start to see that transition from rain to snow in the afternoon and evening hours. And that trend will continue for your Monday morning. You see that strong northwesterly flow as we go on the back end of a low pressure system. That's what's going to cause those wind gusts to be between 35 to 45 miles per hour. Now, here's the latest thinking right now in terms of snow. The 4 to 8 inch range for the majority of the Coulee region, I agree with. I don't agree with the 4 to 8 towards Decorah, Boscoville, Prairie du Chien. I think you're going to be more in that 1 to 3 inch threshold. I don't agree with the 8 to 12 in Winona and Eau Claire. I think you're going to see more of the 4 to 8 inch range as well. Now, for everybody, no matter where you are, make sure you have that News 8000 First Warn weather app on your device to receive the latest information for your area. Speaking of Eau Claire, you're at 44 degrees right now. You have cloudy skies. It feels like 40 out there with winds out of the north-northwest at 8 miles per hour. In La Crosse, we're at 48 degrees. You factor in that wind, feels like 43 out there with winds out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour. The Mississippi River, it's still going up. It's at 10.8 feet. So here's your setup. We have that low pressure system pushing its way through. We've got a cold front associated with it as well. And you can see where that cold front is, where you have 60s in Madison, 40s in Omaha, as well as Bismarck, International Falls. is at 30 degrees. So we're going to hover right around 38 degrees for tonight. The showers and thunderstorm chances, they're going to pick up. The wind will start to pick up as well. It'll be out of the north at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Some places seeing gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. As we take a look at your forecast for tomorrow, we'll see temperatures. Wow, Peter Brady moment there for a second. 38 degrees by the 10 o'clock hour, upper 30s by noon. I haven't done that in about 25 years. 37 by the 2 o'clock hour, and then mid-30s by the 6 to 8 o'clock time frame. We take a look here at the next 8 days. We go to 44 on Monday, 54 for Tuesday, 57 for Wednesday, back into the upper 40s by Friday and Saturday with a wintry mix. I think my inner Peter Brady was coming out there for a second.
You shorted out there.
I did.
To say, despite the voice crack, he's definitely qualified, right?
It's like the movie Space Jam where Bill Murray's like, let's go Bulls!
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Eric.
You bet.
After the break, the Brewers were going for another series win down in San Diego, and hear from the Milwaukee Bucks as they're getting ready for the postseason. Sports is next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
During the spring sale at Home Furniture, get up to 10% off sale prices throughout the store. Plus, no money down, 3-year special financing and free shipping on purchases of $4.99 or more. The spring sale going on now at Home Furniture.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is, and it's propane. Get the facts at propane.com/now.
Hey golfers, don't miss the Golden Golf Deal at Drugan's Castle Mound. Get a full 7-day-a-week golf membership for only $500 for 2023. Limited $500 memberships are available, so visit the website at drugans.com to purchase this membership or call 526-4144 now before this great deal is done.
At Drugan's Country Club, yes, Drugan's.
Mere hours from the hustle and bustle of Midwest hubs, the La Crosse region offers exciting flavors, captivating views, and unparalleled outdoor recreation. Ignite your senses and make memories with those that matter most between the bluffs and along the mighty Mississippi River. Explore La Crosse invites you to join us on WKBT and online at news8000.com as we explore local businesses in our community. No matter your niche, your next adventure is calling and is just a road trip away.
Come see what great sleep looks like with a Purple mattress from Home Sleep Express. Right now, get no money down, 3-year special financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Test and buy the famous Purple mattress, now at Home Sleep Express.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Kate Overton.
Well, after the rain passed and the sun came out, it was game time over at Luther High School. The Knights were hosting a 4-team round robin with a couple of area softball teams. Now, Luther made it through to the state tournament last year. They've returned a lot of key pieces for this season as well. One of those is Mackenzie Van Loon, who launched a solo home run right as I was walking up to the game. So we picked this up with a 2-1 Luther lead. Caledonia trying to make a comeback, went on for Aubrey Klug. She gets a nice piece of it, but Hannah Matzke is going to make a great catch out in center field. That ends the inning. Luther still on top. Next inning, one on for Kennedy Hansen, and she gives this pitch a ride out to left center field. That gets to the fence. Paige Klug is going to come in to score from first. This one's all tied up at 2. Now later in the game, Warriors with a runner on second. Anna Anderson sends this one back up the middle. The throw home, not in time, and the Warriors take a 3-2 lead. 7th inning, one last chance for Luther, runner on first, but the bunt stays in the air. Avery Agadal makes the catch and doubles up the runner at first. That kills the momentum, and Caledonia gets a big win, 3-2 over Luther. All right, the Brewers have had a hot start, going 10-4 in their first 14 games, and they needed it because the team announced today that Brandon Woodruff will be out longer than originally expected. So hopefully some of these young guys can step up. The Brew Crew down in sunny San Diego, taking on the Padres. First inning, Yelich on first. Jesse Winker gets this one down the right field line. It's trouble, bouncing around. Yelich has some wheels, trying to score. And the throw, not in time. Milwaukee takes a 1-0 lead. A few batters later, Brian Anderson singles up the middle. Winker is going to come in to score. Milwaukee starts this game on top 2-0. But Freddie Peralta did not have his best stuff today. A man on for Drake Cronenworth, and he sends this to deep right field. That's a 2-run shot. Padres take the lead. Then in the 7th, Cronenworth up again, and he sends this one deep again. His second homer of the day gives the Padres all they need. 10-3 is the final in this one. Brewers will look to get back on track tomorrow. First pitch set for 3:10 p.m. Also, it was Jackie Robinson Day around the MLB. Twins were in action earlier this afternoon on the road against the Yankees. Second inning, one on for Kyle Higashioka, and he's going to give the Yankees the lead. A 2-run shot out into the right field bullpen. New York out in front. Next inning, nobody on for Anthony Rizzo, and he smashes this to right field. It clears the fence in a hurry. A solo shot puts New York up 3. Twins trying to spark a comeback. Runners at the corners, but Max Kepler grounds it to the second baseman. That's a 4-6-3 double play, and there was no late comeback. Yankees would add on 2 more for a 6-1 final. Minnesota now 10-5 on the year. They still have a chance to win this series tomorrow afternoon with their ace, Pablo Lopez, on the mound. Now, the NBA playoffs have officially started with 4 of the first-round matchups getting started today. Milwaukee doesn't tip off until tomorrow, but the Bucks are the overall favorite and have the best odds at winning it all. To say there is no pressure would be a lie. Giannis is looked at as the best player in the NBA for many experts' eyes, but if he really wants to cement his legacy in the NBA, he's going to need a second NBA title. You know Giannis is going to show up, but the big question is, will his supporting cast be there?
I think at any point in any series, East or West, anything can happen. So, yeah, we got to be the one who's the hungrier team, the more competitive team.
But their style of play is that, they're physical. They're going to play a grinded out style of basketball. And then if it's a close game, you can expect, Jimmy, Bam, Tyler Hero, all those guys just, to put their foot down.
Now, obviously, Chris Middleton is referencing Milwaukee's first-round matchup, the 8-seed Miami Heat. The Heat seem like a tough first-round matchup. They might be, but they've been average all season long, and this is a series Milwaukee should handle. Game 1 tips tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 on TNT. And, of course, the Timberwolves made it through the play-in tournament, and they'll be up against the best in the West. The Denver Nuggets, this one tips late tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. on TNT. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Morning. Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast starts your day with made-from-scratch sausage and egg biscuits, biscuit and gravy, or sweet cinnamon roll. Pick any 2, just $5. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Stella-Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella-Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now there's Skyrizi. With Skyrizi, most people who achieve 90% clearer skin at 4 months had lasting clearance through 1 year.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Talk to your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My Rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Well, across the bridge in La Crescent, neighbors took care of their own. Teams of local volunteers grabbed a rake and got to work this morning. This event serves older adults and anyone who may need assistance with yard work and spring cleaning. One organizer says this is a great way to teach kids to give back.
Hopefully, as they grow older, they'll learn to continue to do that and then give back as they get older to teach the younger generations, that it's good to get out and do a little volunteer work. It's always good to give back to the community.
Nearly 200 volunteers signed up for the event each year. And an Australian father has pushed his way into record history. Lucas helped. He completed more than 3,206 push-ups in just 1 hour. He told Guinness World Records that it took him 2 to 3 years to build up the physical strength for this record. And he also says he wanted to inspire his 1-year-old son by showing him that nothing is impossible. Pretty impressive. And a Wausau museum was an answer on the popular game show Jeopardy! It was specifically about the From Laos to America Museum, founded 23 years ago by Jim Harris. It showcases artifacts from the 60-plus ethnic groups that live in Laos. Harris travels there each year to help locals and add to his collection. He says people already come to his museum from all over, but he's excited about the bump in interest the national game show has brought him. As for what that means for the museum's future, Harris says he'll never move it out of Wausau. We'll be right back.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page or find us at news8000.com.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
A new day has dawned on the all-new Maury's, Audi, and Volkswagen of La Crosse. Feel the luxury of Maury's Audi as soon as you enter the new state-of-the-art Audi dealership. Audi technology and style incorporated into Maury's La Crosse Audi sales and service. Maury's Volkswagen La Crosse features an upbeat, high-tech atmosphere. Having service done, enjoy our relaxing lounge as you wait. Come experience excellence at the new and improved Volkswagen of La Crosse. New building, new location, same friendly staff. Maury's Audi and Volkswagen of La Crosse.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Where does electricity come from? It comes from here. And here. And here. At Xcel Energy, we work to keep that energy reliable and safe by constantly monitoring and protecting the grid. Because while it's important where electricity comes from, we're just as focused on getting it where it's going safely. This is how the future is made.
At Bright Star Care, we are looking for kind, passionate, reliable individuals who will go above and beyond for our clients. We truly do feel like we're the best provider in town. We're going above and beyond every single day. There's stressful days, times, but we're all in it for the right reasons, and we always do the right thing. We are currently looking for caregivers, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs.
Betting on our weather is risky business. Don't gamble with your most valuable asset. Knutson Roofing has you covered with an available 50-year guarantee on all roofs. Yes, we set an available 50-year guarantee. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
All right, let's see if we can go through those without me sounding like a teenager. Temperatures in the 40s for Sunday and Monday. We will see our high tomorrow in the early morning hours. Temperatures will fall throughout the day. Then we go back into the 50s for Tuesday and Wednesday, but we do keep the precip chances in the forecast the next Sunday.
Good work.
Thank you.
You kept it up. Thank you for watching News 8. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow night.